The crate containing the large fossil fish has 4 removable casters mounted beneath it. Each of these casters can be taken off if necessary, following the removal of a single screw which is circled above each caster. The crate opens, revealing a ramp which can be used to load and unload the fossil fish on its cart from the crate. The ramp at the end of the crate has 3 hinges at the bottom and 4 steel brackets that hold the ramp shut, 2 at the top and 2 at the center height. Removing the single screw in each of the 4 brackets holding the ramp up allows the ramp to swing down, opening the crate. Use caution when removing these screws because the ramp may fall open when the screws are removed if it is not held up. Inside the crate, the fossil fish is secured in place on its cart by 2 beams anchored to the walls with screws and 2 nylon cinch straps. The straps can each be loosened and unhooked from their steel eyelet on the crate's inner wall. 3 screws, each of which is circled with black marker, need to be removed from each end of the 2 beams between the cart's wheels. Once the straps have been unhooked and the 2 beams removed, the fossil fish should freely roll and be ready to unload. Before rolling out the fossil, be sure that sufficient space is clear to make room for the entire length and width of the fossil fish. An extension blade has been included for use when loading and unloading on a firm surface, like concrete, asphalt, or wood floors. Place this blade at the end of the lowered ramp to prevent the fossil from bouncing as it rolls onto the crate's ramp. 3 or 4 individuals should assist with unloading and/or loading the fossil fish from the crate. Loading the fish into the crate is a very similar process to unloading, just reversed. The fossil fish on its cart can be rolled up the hinged ramp and into position inside the crate. Mounting the 2 beams across the crate requires the cart be first rolled all the way into the crate with the front of the fossil facing the left side. The first beam to be secured should be the one deep inside the crate. Drive the 3 screws back into the crate on each end of the beam. Before tightening the cinch strap on this end, it will be necessary to reinstall the second beam near the open end of the crate and to reposition the provided foam blocks between the strap and the lower edge of the fossil to provide spacing between the strap and the delicate fossil bones. With the wooden beam deep inside the cart in place, the fossil fish's cart will need to be pulled back toward the ramp until the wheels touch the first beam. Now the second beam can be reinstalled by driving its 6 screws back in, 3 on each end. With both beams anchored between the 2 pairs of the cart's wheels to the inner walls of the crate again, the foam blocks can be placed between the straps and the lower edge of the fossil. The cinch strap hooks can be attached to their steel eyelets again, and the cinch straps can be tightened. Finally, lift the end of the ramp all the way up to close the crate and drive the 4 screws back through the ramp's steel brackets. Now the crate should be closed and the fossil fish secured for transport. If the casters were removed but are needed again, they may be reinstalled by carefully lifting the crate with pallet jacks to sufficient height to fit the casters back in place and drive their screws back into the holes marked with black circles on the long sides of the crate near the bottom.